Did someone say we're out of coffee? Yeah. I'll be right back!
There are no Z-rays.
On February 30th, 1897, Thomas Edison invented the light bulb. A true eureka moment. His glory was short-lived. Who did it? Who killed Thomas Edison, and why?
Gravis Dingleberger was a rival inventor to Edison, located just down the street from Edison's lab in Menlo Park. Perhaps he knew something.
Yeah, I knew Edison. A real piece of work. A real stick in the mud. A real Charlie Jack of chickens. A real piece of shit.
Do you know who killed him?
Huh? Do I know who killed him?
I'm trying to figure out who done it.
Well, you know, there was a lot of talk back then about this Graham Bell fella, a whippersnapper, flipper-flapper. Thought alternating current as better than direct current. Or maybe it was the other way around. AC, DC. I was always a GC man myself. Gyrating current. The power spins around in little microscopic energy swirls. Like this. Never did take off, though. I don't know why. You know what else didn't take off? Is my rotary sprocket phalange manifold. The old RSFM. This guy. This little baby could joist 6 scrupulous of alabaster in a single trimester. But I guess the world moved on.
Archimedes Woolworth was known among staffers as Edison's special friend or fancy boy. Could he have been the killer?
What's going on?
What was your relationship with Mr. Edison?
Edison. Yes, well, we were intimately acquainted.
Can you be more specific?
How specific do you want me to get? We used to chick-roar in his rickshaw.
When was the last time you had contact with him?
Is that what the kids are calling it these days?
I meant, when was the last time you saw him alive?
The time of him getting light bulbed to death. We hadn't spoken in many moons.
May I ask why that is?
Well, he was an arsehole.
Why do you say that?
Because it's true. Ask anybody.
Where were you on the night of February 30th, 1897?
Am I a suspect? It's ridiculous. Did I tell you about my steam-powered Z-ray transmitter? You could pacify a dozen sheep with this at the distance of 56 yards. Oh, good day.
I went to visit Jordo Jorgensen, Thomas Edison's former neighbor in Menlo Park. You lived next door to Mr. Edison?
I can't say I was sorry to hear about his murder. He made such a dang ruckus day and night. I could barely hear myself think.
Could you describe the ruckus, sir?
It was that thingamajig he invented. You know the one.
You mean the phonograph?
Yeah, the pornograph.
May I ask where you were on the night of February 30th, 1897?
I'll tell you, if and I did kill Edison, I'd take credit. But nah, I was busy building my deuterium ether jig frobulator. Didn't take off though. Never could figure out how to schmelt the jergs out of it.
Judge Roger Mulkey is notorious in inventor history for denying Edison's final patent application.
Howdy. What's going on?
I'm Goldette Silver, here to talk about your relationship with Thomas Edison. What happened with your ruling on Thomas Edison's 1094th patent application?
Well, before there was DC, before there was AC, before there was GC, and even before there was AC/DC, there was ZC. Zigzagging current. Edison, Bell, Tesla, Dingleberger, all them was thieves. Mondo Kisbone. He was the man that done invented ZC. He was gonna change the world. But then Edison, he wanted to steal all the glory. So I ruled against him. But he owned all the Superior Court, and so on appeal, they overruled me.
What did you rule on the patent?
Well, I couldn't just let him have it, so I let him have it. If you get my meaning.
The patent?
Well, Thomas Edison had 1,093 patents. You do the math.
Maybe Ed Edison, Thomas Edison's father, would have some inside information.
Lost? Huh? Where am I? What's going on?
I know this may be painful, but I'd like to ask you a few questions.
It can't be more painful than a Sound of Music sing-along. You got a cigarette?
Do you have any idea who may have wanted to hurt your son Thomas?
Who didn't want to hurt him? Guy was an asshole. Pure turd.
We're speaking with everyone who's close to your son, sir.
Well, I'd start with that hussy down the block and work your way up. He nailed every board in the fence. Fine, don't listen to me. What do I know? I'm only his father. I think we're done here.
Edwina Porter shot the footage of Edison electrocuting Topsy the elephant in 1903. Tell me about Topsy the elephant.
Edison electrocuted that exquisite, elegant elephant. There has never been a more gentle creature on Earth.
But what about the man Topsy trampled?
That's what was reported.
Are you saying you killed the drunk?
Aren't we here to talk about Thomas Edison?
The popularizer of phosphorescence.
Popularizer of phosphorescence? Would a person of principle zap a perfect pachyderm into a puff of popcorn?
Working on any other projects?
I'm farming a flock of fireflies. They can flash 55 fluorescent lumens. That's enough to power an LED.
I see. It seemed my podcast-style detective escapade had arrived at a dead end. I'd conducted 57 interviews, but still had nothing to go on. That's when I started looking a little closer at the evidence.
Enhance.
The judge had said he'd granted Edison only 1,093 patents, not counting the one he denied. But if you look in the CCTV footage from Edison's laboratory, you can clearly see 1,095 inventions. It was the rotary sprocket flange manifold. I went to see Gravis Dingleberger a second time.
Oh, damn, coming fine. I did it. Give me a break. It was 100 years ago. Everybody was murdering back then. Mao, Hitler, Stalin. All the greats.
We can't do anything about it now. Statute of limitations.
Ha ha!
And so justice was served. All in a day's work for a true crime series video host.